This show is brought to you by the Deluxe Edition Network. Head over to the den.show for other great podcasts. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Deluxe Edition, the show where we love to dig deep into classic pop culture. As always, I'm Bill Sebald here with Mr. Casey Shearer, but we have something special today. We have a third with us today, a menage a trois, if you will, a love triangle of the 80s. We are joined today by Mr. Will Padillo. How are you, sir?
Oh, Padilla.
Fuck.
The A at the
I knew I'd get it wrong. I even wrote it down. I am so sorry, Will. But Will, you have a great podcast, 80s Now.
Yeah.
Yep. And we love we're thrilled to have you on the show because I've listened to the show and you guys know your shit. And I found you guys in October. It was the a Halloween special you did.
Okay.
And I was just, searching around for some Halloween stuff because I'm a big Halloween nerd, big horror movie nerd. And I found this episode and I didn't realize it was you guys. I guess you've changed your name. So I'm listening to the show and it's about shared universes in the horror world.
Right.
And I know a lot of shit. And I'm listening and I'm learning stuff. I was like, these guys are teaching me great things. Like I had no idea that Sam Raimi and Wes Craven had this kind of like back and forth feud.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was super. Yeah. And that was super fun. Well, first of all, thank you for having me on the show. I enjoy listening to your show as well. It's funny that you say that you love Halloween because I didn't know that about you. But of course, recently I learned how much you hate Christmas.
No. Yes. You must have listened to the last episode or one of our recent episodes.
Yes. But that Halloween one was particularly fun to research and put together.
So I remember finding you guys before. You were the Idiots.
That's right. Yes.
You changed your name. You're rebranding?
Well, yes. Starting in May of this year or last year in 2021, we did that because we learned a lot of things, including the fact that a publicist didn't get the joke. So we were, referring, it was supposed to be tongue in cheek that we sounded like a bunch of idiots, but that we would do a smarter show than maybe our name, led one to believe. But I think it turned off some publicists, and also folks didn't know how to pronounce it when they saw it. You're also probably in a jam or sort of already behind the eight ball if you have to spell the name of your show to someone to get them to listen to it. So that for all those reasons, we thought it might be just better to go with something more straightforward and descriptive of the show and call it 1980s Now.
Got it. So when I'm listening, I'm like, wow, this guy sounds familiar. This guy, he's a great host. You're very good looking. You sound fantastic. You're going to be the next Ryan Seacrest. I'm sure of it.
Well, you say that, and earlier you made a reference to menage a trois. I wasn't worried earlier, but now I think you're coming on to me, so I'm getting a little nervous. I am a happily married man.
All right. Well, you shot me down before I even was able to pull the moves on you. But so, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Not at all. Last year I turned the big 50, so I'm 50 years old now.
All right. Yeah. So you lived the 80s hardcore. How old were you in 1985? I can't do the math. I know I was
14
10.
years old.
Yeah. Wasn't
how
the
old?
time?
How old are you, Bill? You said?
I'm 46.
Okay.
So I remember like 1985. I was 10 years old. I remember Back to the Future. I remember them typing in the date. Like that's how I can sort of remember my age when all of that was going on because of Back to the Future and simple math.
That's funny.
Yeah. So like you must have just been a huge 80s kid then, absorbing everything.
Oh yeah. It's funny because certainly born in the 70s and grew up in the 70s, but there's something about the 1980s that maybe it was just the age that I was at, starting the decade at 10 and growing, being 18 by the end of the decade. It just seems a lot more lively and sort of fresh in my memories, almost in the way that people think about the 80s. When you see on TV, everything seemed neon and fluorescent and everything. It really wasn't like that. There was a lot of it. Don't get me wrong. But my memories almost seem more vivid like that for the 80s than the 70s. So yeah, I definitely think of myself as an 80s kid and have a lot of memories, a lot of strong memories associated with that decade.
Yeah, me and Casey talk about it a lot. He's a couple years younger than me. He's an 80s kid too, but there's like a shift. There's a certain age, and I'm not quite sure where it is, but it's between he and I, where some of the things I bring up, he goes, no, I don't remember it because he missed it by a year or two. The world changed at some point in the 80s, and the style, everything, the films, everything just sort of took a turn.
Yeah.
They weren't as colorful. They weren't as experimental. And it was so much creativity and so much imagination going into that stuff back then. That's why I think we remember it so fondly in our mid 40s and 50s.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends on what, sort of, I guess, genre of media you're talking or what area of media you're talking about. I agree with you, though. A lot of stuff in the early 80s is still a sort of an echo of the 1970s. And so, film wise, you had a lot of still sort of the auteurs making, some maybe smarter films. But yeah, by the end of the 1980s, if you didn't have blood in the title or someone wasn't getting their ass kicked by Chuck Norris or Jean-Claude Van Damme, then it wasn't going to be a blockbuster hit. Yeah. But yeah, and the same could be said about music and TV. That sort of shift that happened, over the period of that short 10 years.
Yeah, I wondered too. I mean, it's got to be technology. Technology came and changed music. Now music is easier to make. It's different to make. Same with film. Like videotape came in. I wasn't making anything back then, but I got to think that the change in technology led to the change in the entertainment. When you have videotape, and you can now throw away videotape and shoot it so much more than film because they used to be very economical about the film. They didn't want to, it was expensive. With video, it's just like film everything. We'll figure out what we want to use later. And they learned new, special effects techniques with video that they couldn't do with film. And that's why I think we got some of the crazy stuff we got in the MTV 80s.
Yeah, I think certainly with regard to video, obviously, as you know, they weren't doing video for film till later than that. They were still relying on film. But you're right. I agree with you entirely about technology, and I think about hip hop as a great example because as being born in the late 1970s, the hip hop, not me, I was born in the early 1970s, but it was a type of music that democratized music making because you had this technology that, if you had a sampler or a keyboard or a drum machine, you didn't need a band, you didn't need friends. You needed like a record player and, a sampler or something and a 4-track to record it or a cassette player, and anybody could be making this music, and they were. And a lot of it was good, and these folks would go on to have record deals. I think it's interesting that, even now, even more today, look, the joke is everybody's got a podcast, right? Here we are on a podcast. Everyone's got a YouTube channel. The technology now makes it easier. What's interesting to me is it's even easier for folks to make stuff, but we have, I guess maybe as a result, we have less good stuff because there's so much other stuff, flooding the market because anybody with a phone can make a something.
I'm glad you're saying that because I don't get this TikTok thing. Like I'm
Yeah.
sure TikTok is going to take over Hollywood. People, the young people would be more interested in TikTok videos than whatever George Clooney's putting out next. That's
Yeah.
sadly the way I see it going. But I watch that stuff and I'm like,
Yeah.
they love it. It means something to somebody. I don't get it, most of it. But you've got
Me
a
too.
point there.
Yeah, those reels on Instagram or stories on, I don't know, all these little short things like you're saying, like TikTok. I don't get it either. And what I don't understand is like, why are they showing me this? Like some guy posting a video of him lip syncing to a song and dancing. Like, I don't know who that dude is. It's not good. So I could see if it was good, maybe, Cream Rises or something. It's terrible. Why do I want to see that? So I wind up going down these rabbit holes, flipping through all these things, hoping to find something good. Usually it's
Right.
a very attractive woman that'll get me to stop. But most of the other stuff, just garbage.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why anybody wants to see somebody's reaction to seeing something. That started a couple
Oh,
of years ago, or maybe
that
even
drives
longer
me
than that.
crazy.
Yeah, like
Yes.
reaction videos. I never saw a reaction video. Now there's a social media platform built just for reaction videos, it seems. I'm staying the fuck away from it. I don't even have a TikTok. I'm not going to do it. I'm punching out. I have to draw the
Yeah.
line. I have to.
I agree. It's not a middle-aged person's medium. And I'm okay with that too. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we live in the past. It's way more fun back there. We have that. We can hold on to that.
Well, I find it, speaking of that, because, our shows both deal with these, bygone decades. Uh, Obviously, it's most appealing to folks that are of a certain generation, a certain, age. For the most part, we've got listeners that are in their 30s, but most of them are in that around our same age kind of thing, mid 40s to mid 50s. But because they're not as familiar with the technology as these younger kids, it's harder to reach them through podcasting and videos because, they're only starting to come online understanding how to get access to our content. It's this weird kind of, I don't know. It's a contradiction, I suppose, that we're of that age creating this content, but we've got to reach those people who are of our age, but haven't caught up to actually watching it yet.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we say the same thing. It's like we know we're a show made for certain people just like us.
Yeah.
But people like us aren't, we're hard to reach now because we're
Yeah.
not online as much as
Yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah.
And there's so much damn noise. We say every day now, and we never did it for the first couple episodes, but now it's like, hey, remember to smash that bell and leave a like and leave a comment. And I hate doing that, but I say to them, I say, please just leave any comment. Tell us we suck because this whole thing
Yeah.
is run by algorithms. And we need to, the only way that we can
Right.
win is to appeal to an algorithm. So yeah, that's the way of social media entertainment now.
Yeah. We considered going door to door, but no, we abandoned that. It was handing out door hangers or what else things? Flyers. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, man. That makes sense. Take it all the way back to the old days. That's what we used to do.
You ring the bell. Hi, may I do a podcast for you? Hey, Ray, get over here. Ray, come here.
That's fantastic. Yeah, your show is great. You have a lot of great guests. Ray is funny. That's your sidekick, Ray. I've heard the last time I listened, you had a woman on too. I don't remember you having a woman.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about our rebranding. In May, we changed a lot of things, not just the name, but one of it was bringing on Kat as a co-host. We wanted to add another voice. No one wants to hear, two dudes talk about things. Oh, sorry. I just realized you're two dudes talking about stuff all the time. But you have guests on a lot. So, and part of that is that balancing of, other voices. And so for those times we don't have guests, we brought on Kat, who's a friend of mine. I've known her since college. So for some 30 some odd years now. And she added another thing. And coincidentally or not, our, balance between male and female listeners is now somewhat even. It used to be very, sort of slanted towards male listeners. And now it's about 50-50.
Oh, that's really cool. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, that was one of the things that threw me off. I'm like, I remember it was two guys. I don't remember a woman here. So
throwing Bill a lot of curveballs.
Yeah, I'm very simple. Like I'm easily tricked. But it was just so funny. Casey, I don't know if you remember. Like I said, hey, I found a really cool podcast, and then I wrote it back. Yeah. Oh wait, we know these guys. They used to be on our old phony network or whatever that thing was called.
Yeah, I wrote to Casey. I was like, hey, I just got an email from Bill that he just found our show.
I'm sorry. I really am a very dumb guy. I don't mean to be.
It didn't even occur to me that we had changed our name, and that would be a reason you wouldn't realize it. It had been quite several months by then for me. So, but yeah.
No, your show looks great. You're great on it. You're slick. The production is really good. There's a lot of podcasts out there that aren't, putting nearly as much effort as you guys are. I don't think we're putting as much effort in as you guys are, to be honest. So I encourage everybody.
We've hardly heard Casey say anything. So I think, you're proving that.
Oh, he's used to that. He's used to my big mouth
less
going.
than you.
Well, he's getting the whole second segment because he gets to host our game. We're doing an 80s game today.
Very good. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
This is the perfect transition. Case, why don't you tell us what you're going to do for us here today?
All right. So I thought we'd have this crossover event with Will from the 1980s now. And I have 36 questions here for the two of you. I made it an even number to, so we can go just back and forth. And I have TV firsts, film firsts. I have Dead or Alive. Have you guys ever played that game?
I can guess what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have movie trivia and I have music trivia.
All right.
Wow. All right.
All right. So I figured that we'll start with Will. I'll ask Will the first question. If Will doesn't answer the question or if he gets it wrong, Bill can, you can still answer the question just for less points then, Bill, all right?
Oh, so you're going to keep score. You're going to we're going to count on you to be able to do the math here.
Yeah, well, I mean, what's the point of playing a game if there's not a fucking winner?
I think the implication was that maybe you're not the one to keep track, though. Does he have a reputation for not
look,
math?
This is high-tech stuff here, guys. I have a score sheet, okay?
It's a piece of paper with a Sharpie marker. That's fantastic. I'm taking it old school. Again.
And he has the marker in his hand. I think he just wrote it just now.
That's how we do this, Will. We make it up as we go. I don't know how the hell we produce a show every time. I mean, it's a train wreck every time, but somehow we make something out of it.
All right, so
I'm nervous already.
Would you like to let's you can start by picking the category you want to start with, Will.
Oh, okay.
We got
TV
firsts, movie firsts, movie trivia, film for Dead or Alive, or music trivia.
Let's go with Dead or Alive. That's the most intriguing me. I want to learn who's dead or alive.
All right.
Well,
so this is going to be a really quick one. We'll just go down through this category.
Yeah.
Bob Barker. Dead or alive?
Dang it. I swear, I thought for sure I'm going to just be like nailing all these. All right, hang on. I'm pretty sure Bob Barker's dead. I'm pretty sure.
You're wrong on that one. See, all right. So he is alive. He's 98 years old. So
Oh,
this
man.
this is one category where you can't steal, Bill, because obviously there's only one answer here.
Look, somebody's going to have to check your answers here because I'm pretty sure he's dead too.
Can we get a mirror over to Bob Barker's house and put it under his nose?
You know it's sad when Google's frequently asked questions, is Bob Barker still alive?
One day it's going to be us. Oh, boy. Yeah.
As of December 12th, Bob Barker is very much alive. Celebrated a quiet birthday at home December 12th, 2021. How about that?
No kidding.
These questions have all been thoroughly researched because there were several that I was questioned. I had a lot of questions about. So, all right, Bill, William Daniels.
Oh, I know this one.
Do you know who William Daniels is?
No. You got me William Daniels.
Come on. Oh,
He
steal.
He,
I got a hint.
He played Mr. Feeney in Boy Meets World. He was also the voice of It.
It. Yeah. Oh, is he dead? No, I think he's alive.
William Daniels is alive.
And not only is he alive, he's doing cameos.
Yeah. He's 94.
Well, I forgot his name, but I know I didn't hear that he died. So,
all right, Will.
Okay.
Kirk Douglas. Dead or
he's
alive?
Dead. He's definitely dead. I remember when he died. I didn't send Michael Douglas a card or anything, but I do remember. It was a sad day.
Kirk Douglas is dead. 103 years old. He died February 5th, 2020.
Wait, he didn't make it to 103, did he?
Yeah, he was 103.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Crazy.
No, we're all rooting for Betty White to make it, and Kirk Douglas has already been there already.
All right, Bill. Cloris Leachman.
Cloris Leachman has passed away. The great, funny Cloris Leachman is gone.
Yep. January 27th, 2021. So she just passed away last year. She was 94.
Wow. I do remember that, yeah.
All right, Will.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Peter Fonda. Dead or alive?
I think Peter Fonda's still alive.
You would be wrong.
Damn it!
He died August 16th, 2019.
Oh. I'm glad it was like within the last couple of years at least. If you tell me he died in 1997, I'd feel like a real idiot.
And the reason I put that one in there, Bill, he was the guy that we couldn't think of last week from Easy Rider.
No, he wasn't the guy. We couldn't think of Dennis Hopper. We could not think of Dennis Hopper. We're sitting here staring. We probably wasted 5 minutes. I probably edited out 4 minutes and 40 seconds because we were just stuck on his name. We couldn't pull it out of our brains. Dennis Hopper.
Wow. Yeah.
Who is dead, by the way. If he's on your list, dead.
No, he's not on my list.
Maybe the time.
All right. Who's up? Bill, right?
Yeah.
Angela Lansbury.
Oh, man. My first gut answer is dead.
You would be wrong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She is 96, alive, and I don't know if she's well, but she is alive.
You say, I don't know if she's kicking.
She's probably on Cameo.
All right. Will.
Yes.
Gene Hackman. Alive or dead?
Gene Hackman's alive.
91.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There was just a thing going around the other week that he wanted a photo taken of him to prove that he's still alive and that he's still healthy.
Oh.
He's just inactive. He just doesn't do anything anymore.
Yeah. He's definitely retired. Yeah. Have you guys ever, I know you guys have a lot of, you talk to celebrities and various guests, we do too. Have you ever reached out to a celebrity who turned out to be dead?
No, we use IMDb Pro and it tells you when you look up their name, it tells you if they're dead or alive. It has their,
I agree with you, except for I did. I reached out, we were doing this thing where we were watching and reviewing the old Mistress of Science TV show. And I wanted to talk to as many of the folks I could on the show. Many of them passed away, unfortunately, tragically, years ago. But Mickey Jones, who was a guy, if you saw him, he was in tons of things throughout the 1980s and beyond. I reached out to him because on IMDb, he was still alive. And his publicist wrote back, Mickey's been dead for 2 years. It's like, oh, God. Oh.
Well, then you should have wrote
That's
back.
awful.
Well, then you should change his fucking IMDb page.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not so sure that IMDb is really up to date. I've sent a few emails out to guests recently, and they're like, yeah, I don't represent that guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, this thing that I pay for says you do. So
Yeah. It's kind of like the Wikipedia of contacts, it's like crowdsourced.
Yeah. Well, then that's not worth the price tag.
No.
Stalking has always been the way we used to do things.
Yes.
That worked just fine.
Right.
All right. Bill, you're up, right?
I think so.
Cicely Tyson. Dead or alive?
Dead.
Dead. January 28th last year. Just a day after Cloris Leachman.
Oh, wow. You're saying they were somehow connected?
She couldn't go on without Cloris.
I hope not.
Happens.
I heard there were more deaths per capita around the world the day after Cloris Leachman died than any other day in Earth's history.
Until Betty White died.
Yeah, I've had some.
All right. Who's Will, you're up. Would you like to choose the next category?
Well, I chose the first one. Should Bill choose the next one?
Well, you're
I've
up.
already forgotten what they were, so you might as well if you remember.
Oh, because it's my turn, you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's go with TV firsts.
TV firsts. All right. What year was the first television commercial?
Oh, no. What? You kidding me? Give or take 15 years?
I have some numbers here to give you.
Oh,
multiple
right.
choice.
Yes.
1935, 1939,
wow,
1941, or 1945.
I gotta say, first of all, look, I'm 80s is our thing on the show. Anything pre-50s, I'm shocked it's even a possible answer. Right, Bill? It sounds kind of crazy. You're talking about TV, not radio, right?
You ask him to do something, he's going to do it wrong.
I'll say C. What was it? 41, right?
1941. You're correct, sir.
Nice.
I think that's an old, trick, high school thing, right? If you don't know the answer, just guess C.
Right.
Guess C. Would you like to guess the first commercial, the brand of the first commercial? You got some bonus points here.
Can anybody guess? I can throw in something.
Sure.
Texaco, for some reason.
Oh, yeah. They sponsored
I feel like it was Texaco because that was, well, am I right? No, I'm not right. Damn.
No.
How about, it's got to be a cigarette then, maybe.
That's a good idea.
Lucky Strikes. I don't know.
Nope. It was Bulova Watches. It was a 10-second commercial during the game of baseball between the Dodgers and the Phillies.
No, 10 seconds. Wow.
Yep. All right, Bill.
Case.
You're up. The first birth on television.
The first
from the
birth
shows.
on television.
I give you a couple shows here that you can choose from. Okay.
All right.
Tales of Tomorrow, I Love Lucy, Dragnet, or The Life of Riley.
No, man.
I think I know this.
You do know this.
I think I know it.
Yeah, I don't. This is going to be a guess. I'm going to have to say, oh, man, I didn't watch Lucy, but I'm just going to go with Lucy.
You are correct.
Yeah.
I Love Lucy. First birth.
First time?
Yeah.
Now, what does that mean, though? They didn't show her giving birth. So the first time they didn't have a baby and then they had a baby.
Right.
I guess.
Yeah. It says it wasn't totally free from controversy. They never referred to her as pregnant, merely expecting.
Yeah. Because they didn't even sleep in the same bed. So, I mean,
yeah, that wasn't
Lucy had some
later.
explaining to do.
Yeah.
She was pregnant one day.
All right, Will.
Yeah.
This is coming into now your time period, a little later in history. The first scripted swear word. Was it on the show V?
Wow.
Night Court,
Scripted.
All in the Family, or Chicago Hope?
It's got to be All in the Family.
It's got to be.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Really?
All right. Should have gone my first.
You already
instinct.
guessed, Bill, so yeah,
Bill
that
didn't
was
get
your
it.
guess too, Bill,
That was
huh?
my guess too. Yeah, I was so
was?
sure it was that I jumped ahead and screwed up my chance to steal.
Oh, dang. Well, now that you know it's wrong, you can't guess? No?
Yeah, he fucked up.
I fucked it up. What is it? I got to know.
In 1999, Mark Harmon on the show Chicago Hope uttered the phrase, "Shit happens."
Come on. It
Yep.
wasn't until 99? Holy cow.
Yep.
That's shocking.
This is a controversial question because now I'm saying, well, wait a minute. What constitutes as a curse word? I'm sure they said hell damn. They wrote that in.
The first scripted swear word. So I did a little research on this. It said that, people had been swearing on live television by accident for years. Like it had slipped in occasionally on live television. But the first scripted swear word was "shit happens." Shit. In 1999.
I'm trying to think, was that before NYPD Blue was getting away with all the stuff they were trying to push?
That would have been after, I think. I think
Yeah.
NYPD Blue was in the mid-90s, maybe it started.
So they had scripted nudity on TV before they had a scripted curse word.
Yeah.
Makes
all
no damn
right.
sense.
No points on that.
Hey, shit happens.
All right. Bill. The first person to show their belly button on television.
Ooh.
All right. We got Cher, Tina Louise, Yvette Mimieux. I'm not sure how to say her name. Barbara Eden or Dawn Wells.
Oh. All right. My first thought was it's going to be a woman in a bikini of some sort.
Yeah.
And that. So you said Dawn Wells and you said the other from
Tina Louise, yeah.
Tina Louise. That seems possible. That seems probable that it's one of those two. And I can't guess which one would do it because, man, I don't know. I'm going to guess it was Ginger. Tina, no, it wasn't.
Wow.
Will, would you like to steal?
Yeah, see, I'm trying to remember some just trivia about it because obviously Barbara Eden played Jeannie in I Dream of Jeannie. And I do remember early on they didn't show her belly button. I don't remember if they ever got to doing that. I'm trying to remember where that even plays time-wise. I'll just say Barbara Eden.
Nope.
Dawn Wells?
No.
It's the one he couldn't pronounce.
Yvette Mimieux.
Oh, Yvette Mimieux.
Does anybody want to try to guess the year?
It
was in the 60s. I'll give you that.
It's got to be later than those other shows. Otherwise, they would have been showing belly buttons, I think.
1964.
Oh,
she was the first woman to show her navel on American television, and it happened in Dr. Kildare show. You ever hear of that?
No,
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I had never heard of it.
Maybe he was operating on her belly button, and so they got it through that way.
Maybe
it was emergency belly button surgery.
The censors tried to stop it. They said no.
Yeah,
this
it's
is
essential to the story. We have to cut this umbilical cord. She's been attached to her mom for 35 years. Bring in Dr. Kildare. Only guy crazy enough to do it.
All right. Will, here's another year question for you.
Okay.
What year was the sound of a toilet first heard flushing on television?
Oh, okay.
1971, 1969, 1965, or 1960?
I think it was Archie Bunker, I'm guessing. I'm going to say 69.
I'll give you points. You were right on the show. You're wrong on the year. 1971 was the year.
Oh, you stole it from Bill.
Yeah, I was going to say 1971. Give me a point.
Will already got the bonus points for All in the Family.
Oh, there you go. Right.
All right, I'll give you 5 points, Bill.
I love this
Thank you.
scoring system.
All right, let's see now here where we're at. All right, TV first. All right, first television show to require a mature themes warning at the beginning of the show.
All right, that sounds like an 80s thing already. Go ahead.
Sanford and Son, Hawaii Five-0,
Wow.
Kung Fu, or Hotel Baltimore.
Huh. All right. Something earlier than when I would have thought they had done it.
Yeah, me too.
Damn, man, you're setting me up here. You couldn't have given me a couple softballs.
Cecily Malou or Yvette Malou.
Yeah.
Whatever show she was on. Dr. Kildare.
Guess the show. Guess the year. I don't even know the actor or actress. All right. Who were the choices again?
Hawaii Five-0,
Okay.
Kung Fu, Sanford and Son, or Hotel Baltimore.
I only know Kung Fu and the second one from like once in a while I'd catch an episode of that. Really wasn't something I watched. Hawaii Five-0, I think is the other one. Fourth one I've never heard of. Sanford and Son I watched a lot of. But if they were dirty jokes and they'd have to be, they'd have to have that in front of it, those jokes went right over my head. But I'm just gonna guess Sanford and Son. No.
Nope.
Oh. All right. I think we learned from Yvette Malou that we should go with the one we don't know what it is. I'll say Hotel Baltimore.
You are correct, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, Will figured out the game.
Figured out Casey's code.
You are correct. And that was, I had to look that one up. That was really weird. It only lasted 13 episodes. And the way that they showed the Hotel Baltimore, the E was burned out on the sign, on the hotel sign. So it looked like the show was called Hot Eye Baltimore. Because the E was burned out on the hotel in the on the marquee, you know.
Was this everybody having this mistake or just you?
No, if you look it up, which I want you to, when you edit this video, you will put the screen grab of the thing up. Hot Eye Baltimore. That's what it looks like.
All right.
All right.
I think they should have named the show Hot Eye Baltimore. That's
Yeah,
more memorable.
All right. I'm just going to pick the category because I have the page right here in front of me.
All right.
Film firsts. All right. Will, I believe you're up, right?
Right.
The first animated feature.
Hmm.
Pinocchio. Mr. Bug Goes to Town. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Or Fantasia.
Yeah, Mr. Bug Goes to Town. It sounds like an adult animated film, let's say. Right, a la, what was that? Fritz the Cat, maybe? If you guys know what I'm talking about. Wasn't Mr. Bug going to town on someone? Well, let's see. Disney. All right, so Fantasia, I believe, came later. I think Snow White was the first. You say animated feature film,
Yes.
right? I think that was Snow White. Snow White.
You're correct, sir.
Yes. I'm so glad it wasn't Mr. Bug. Although now it's harder, though, Bill, because we can't go with the one nobody ever heard of. That didn't work any that much.
I was just gonna say, you got to pick Mr. Bug because that would be 3 in a row of ones we hadn't heard of. What is Mr. Bug?
I have no idea. It's just an old animated feature I found.
Must not have done very well.
I'll give you some bonus points here if you can guess the year.
Holy cow. 1932.
You're in the right decade. Bill, you want to give it a whirl?
1933.
No, 1937.
Oh.
I was trying to do that Price is Right thing.
Yeah. Plus $1, yeah.
All right, Bill. The first movie to use CGI. Okay. Wicker Man. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Westworld. Star Wars. or Zardoz?
Well, clearly it's Zardoz.
Zardoz, is that the Turkish Star Wars?
I have a description here of Zardoz. Sean Connery was in it, but that is not the answer.
Huh.
CGI. All right. So Star Wars,
Whoa,
had a
you
lot of
fucking
perks.
answered the question.
I want to rationalize this in my head because I am going to go with Xandar or whatever it was. All right. Yeah. Is that the answer?
No.
Oh, wait, I get to guess. To guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is Zardoz the answer? No, Zardoz isn't the answer. The answer is Star Wars: A New Hope.
No, sir.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
That thing is wrong. I'm out, guys. I'm logging off. This whole thing is bullshit.
Yeah, my thinking there was that they had so many firsts, but I don't think they were the first to do special effects. They were just the first to do it really well, is my guess.
Yep. So it was Westworld in 1973.
Trying to think what the effect would be.
Have you
Yeah,
guys
me
ever
neither.
seen the original Westworld?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
once.
yeah.
So when he's walking through, when Yul Brynner's walking through, like as the guy, he looks through.
Oh, yes, right.
And that's all.
He's got like that predator view.
Yep.
See, I wouldn't have thought that was CGI. Huh. Now, I do know in New Hope, though, I do recall hearing this, that one of the earliest uses of CGI was in A New Hope when they're giving them they're explaining how to destroy the Death Star, and they showed that little, that little sort of, that rendering. They're in the briefing room, and they show that little rendering of firing a photon, and it goes down, and the Death Star would get. That's CGI. I believe that's CGI. Now I'm doubting myself. No, that's CGI. Yeah,
Yeah, it
was
would
one of
have
the
to
early
be.
CGIs. Yeah.
Yeah, that was in 1977.
Yeah, but that would have been after. Yeah.
So yeah,
Cool.
if you haven't seen the original Westworld, it's a great movie. So all right, the first, who's up?
Me.
Will.
No, Will.
Will's up. Yeah.
Just give me 5 points for getting it wrong.
All right. The first movie shot entirely in CGI.
Entirely.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Shrek, Johnny Quest and the Cyber Insects, Aladdin, Aladdin, The Return of Jafar,
Huh.
A Bug's Life, or Toy Story.
Oh, okay. Then I do know this one. Toy Story.
You're correct, sir.
Yes.
How about the bonus points for the year? Do you know the year?
I know where I was living, and I don't know if you guys are like this. I remember what movie theater I saw movies in. So I remember what movie theater I saw it in. And I'm going to guess it was, I remember the apartment I was living in. It probably was 1990. 1995.
Very good, man.
Oh,
Wow.
know where I lived.
Will's kicking your ass, Bill. You gotta step it up
Right.
there, Will.
Yes. I mean, I'm a gracious winner. I'm sorry. I was expecting to lose, so I got a little over enthusiastic.
This is the point where I announce that I'm not feeling that well today, guys. And
Right.
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Just a little slower today, but
I've got COVID brain, a new symptom where you forget trivial things.
All right. This one you should know, Bill. The first movie to reach $100 million at the box office in its opening weekend.
Wow.
Superman, MASH, American Graffiti, or Jaws?
Jaws.
You are correct. Do you know the year? Bonus points for the year?
78?
Will?
77.
I think it's 76, but I don't know. I'm not sure. It's early 70s.
You can only answer one time, Bill, and the answer
say
is 1975. You're both wrong.
I was going to say 71, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
1975. So 1970. Let me riff on that for a second, because 1975. That was when I was born, and I remember my entire life hearing about Jaws, because we live on the East Coast, New Jersey Beach. We always go to the New Jersey Beach. The joke about don't go in the water, sharks in the water, and talking about Jaws was always a thing in my world, and that makes sense. It was 1975. That thing really must have messed people up. We talked to Joe Alves a little bit about it. Joe Alves is the guy who built the shark. That was a good interview. I'd love to go back and re-listen to that interview that we did. But he was talking a lot about how that thing like just didn't work and all these like behind the scenes things about it.
Yeah, he
That
was
movie-
actually talking about how. Remember, he was kind of upset that they started like hunting sharks and stuff after that movie. Like they were, like he was actually kind of disappointed in the way that sharks were portrayed after that movie.
I still think today, anytime anybody goes to the beach, they think about sharks and they think about Jaws. I think that is it's got to be one of the biggest movies ever made in our lifetime, if you think about it that way.
I don't go in the water.
Well, I grew up in New Jersey too, Bill. And going down, I don't remember ever being afraid of going in the water. In fact, even after all the shark attacks we've had recently, first chance we went back to New Jersey for vacation, I ran out there and my family's like, "What are you doing? You're gonna get eaten!" And you go out past all the waves where they break, right? And you get to sort of where it's just sort of calm.
Yeah, that's what.
And then I think this terrifying thing, though, and I do this to freak myself out on purpose. I have no idea what's down below me in the darkness.
Yeah, you won't catch me out on the water, man. Fuck that.
No.
Can you swim?
I can swim. Yeah, I can swim fine. I don't like the ocean.
I just had a vision of like Casey like walking up to a beach, dipping his toe in, and the first wave just sucks him right into the ocean, pulls him away.
Dead.
All right. Who was up?
Somebody's
Bill,
name who rhymes with ill.
Will,
Somebody's
you
name
are
who's
up.
William. Okay. Right.
The first appearance of a cell phone in a movie.
Oh, wow.
Short Circuit,
Hmm.
Big Trouble in Little China, Lethal Weapon, or Wall Street.
All right. Well, let's see here. Of those films, I don't remember a cell phone in Short Circuit or Big Trouble. I do remember one in Lethal Weapon. And it was gigantic. If it's the one I'm thinking of, it's he's got it out on a bridge. Do you remember that? He's talking to his like captain, like this guy's crazy. This Australian dude's out of his mind. He's gonna kill himself. It's connected with. It looks like an army thing. Like one of the radio guys in the army. It's like 2 pieces with the. That would have been like 87 though. So, what was the other films? Short Circuit. That's
Short Circuit, Big Trouble in Little China, and Wall Street.
Oh, Wall Street. So Wall Street was after that. So there's probably cell phones in that. I'll say Lethal Weapon.
You're correct, sir. And
Yes!
you were correct on the year too.
Yes.
Wall Street came out just a couple months later, and there was a cell phone in that also.
It's probably much more reasonably sized.
Well, it came out in 1987 as well, so it was another one of the big ones.
No kidding. Yeah, I don't remember that.
All right, Bill, you're up.
All
Now
right,
we're going into movie trivia. Stick with the movies. The code in the Matrix comes from what food recipes?
What?
Chicken fried rice. Final answer. What kind of questions are you giving me, Casey?
Can I go through the fucking answers?
Yeah.
What?
All right. I'm not a fan of the Matrix, okay? I'm just trying to get up pop culture questions here. You guys love the Matrix. I know you do.
Yeah.
Pad Thai recipes, stir fry recipes, sushi recipes,
Oh, okay. I see.
or
what you're saying.
dumpling recipes.
Okay. You're saying the streaming green stuff, that's actually a language for, and then that language, it translated would be recipes for these different dishes. I think that's what it means.
Yeah, is that the code in the Matrix? Is that
Yeah, that's the green
gotta
code you see. Yeah. Okay.
But nobody's impressed that I have no clue what the answer is, but I said chicken fried rice.
That
I
is
was in the
really-
ballpark.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Is there one close to that in the choices?
I'm still going to stick with chicken fried rice, Casey.
Yeah.
I'll go with dumplings.
Nope.
Gosh, this is just a. All right, I'll say pad thai. I have no idea.
Nope. Sushi.
Oh wow, huh?
So we're all learning things here on this show.
There's probably some real intellectual reason why it's sushi that the Wachowskis decided
Yeah.
because it's raw.
Remember we had this discussion the other day on our Facebook group, Bill? What I will never watch.
No.
Is it The Matrix?
Is it The Matrix?
Movies with Keanu Reeves.
Oh,
Right,
it's a
right.
broader category. Oh, you're missing a few good ones here.
Yeah, he's got some hate. He hates Tom Cruise. He hates Keanu Reeves.
Wow.
I like Keanu as a person. I just not into his acting abilities. He's a nice guy, though. I mean, from what I've heard.
Yeah, and both those guys, like you're saying, they play themselves pretty much every role. It's just one thing, one shade, one tone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise he used to be okay until the whole Scientology thing. So.
Oh, I see. You're one of them people that have trouble separating reality and story.
Yes.
Okay.
I do like watching Tom Cruise try to murder himself on film. That's fun.
Yeah, he does
films.
do a lot of his own stunts, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty respectful. I got a little respect for that, I guess.
Yeah.
I was watching Jack Reacher for the first time. I saw the first Jack Reacher. I've never seen it before, and to me, it was just one of those like throwaway Tom Cruise movies, and I fucking loved it. It was great.
Me too. Yeah, the second one's pretty good too.
I haven't gotten to it yet,
and I never will. All right, Will.
Yes, sir.
Which country does Forrest Gump travel to as part of the All-American Ping-Pong team? China?
Oh, yep.
South Korea?
Oh,
Lebanon? Or Vietnam?
I think it's China. That was my first thought before you gave the choices. Against China.
You're correct.
Kind of picture the scene there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to pick all Asian countries to throw you off a little bit.
Yeah, the North Korea had me second guessing myself, but.
All right, Bill. Which is not a name of a child selected to tour the Wonka factory in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
He's totally setting me up. All right, let's go.
Is this like a Christmas movie to you? You just won't watch it?
Mike Teavee, Billy Warp, Veruca Salt, or Charlie Bucket?
I'm assuming Cheer Up Charlie is Charlie Bucket. Veruca Salt, I'm sure I remember, was one. What were the first two? Something Warp?
Billy Warp.
Okay.
And Mike Teavee.
Mike TV?
Teavee. TV.
TV, like a TV.
Yeah, and that's why it sounds like they're like, hey, you know what's funny? Let's name a character. We'll slip the word TV in. Isn't that funny? Yeah. So I'm going to say it's Billy Warp.
You would be correct, sir.
All right.
Back on the board.
Did you make up the name Billy Warp?
No.
Was that like a wrestler you used to know?
No, I just looked up pop culture questions, and that was a good one that I found.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Is Billy Warp you, Casey?
Billy Warp used to be my wrestling name.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Will.
Yes, sir.
What item was in every scene of a Fight Club?
Oh, I know this. I could tell you without choices.
Give it to me.
Starbucks. Cup
You're
of coffee.
correct.
Starbucks cup. Yeah.
Correct.
That movie's crazy. And the more you watch it, the more things you spot. And I don't know if you guys like the movie there. I enjoyed it certainly, but yeah, that's one of those weird things that Fincher just put in there. Right? Fincher, I think it's Fincher that directed
it. Is Fincher, yeah. Yeah, he had a real good run there. I remember he did Aliens 3, and I was like, oh, this is going to be incredible because this guy's great. And nobody liked Aliens 3, and I remember coming out thinking, that was a really good movie.
Oh, but then, you were the guy who liked it.
Yeah, I was the only one.
There was one.
Yeah, I went back. I saw it 10 million times so they could make their money back. I felt bad. And then he did didn't he do the Facebook movie? He did The Game with Michael Douglas, right? He did, what was the big one where the head was in the box? Yeah. And then I'm not sure what he's done since then. Is he still making movies?
The one he did, last one I saw that he did was that Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Okay, I've heard of that.
I think he's made movies since, but I really liked that movie too. That was pretty creepy.
All right, Bill. The dog in the Sandlot.
Oh boy.
Was nicknamed the Beast. What was the dog's actual name? Goliath, Hercules, Atlas, or Zeus?
This is ridiculous.
I have
This
no
is
idea.
insane. Nobody knows this. The only people that know this is the people that hired the guy that brought the dog.
The Sandlot was one of my favorite movies growing up.
So they say the name of the character's name the dog's name is in the movie itself. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Casey? Okay.
All the
but
kids,
call it something
like the
else.
kids from the Sandlot, they call him the Beast.
Right. But the owner calls him something else.
Yeah.
in the
I
movie.
thought we were talking about the dog's real name. I'm like, I don't.
Yeah,
I've never met the dog.
No.
He never introduced himself to me. He said, "Hey, I'm Zeus." Like,
No.
okay, so the real name of the dog in the movie is probably Goliath. No,
Will?
Oh, Goliath, isn't that the name of that claymation dog in the 60s and 70s?
Yes.
Remember that Davy and Goliath?
you're right.
Hey Davy, you shouldn't eat candy after school. You're gonna go to hell. Some kind of weird lesson that
Yeah.
you're terrified. I'm gonna say, well, Zeus was the name of that character, that other from a different movie. I'm gonna say Atlas.
No.
Damn it, it was Zeus, wasn't it?
Hercules.
Hercules.
Bonus points
Wow.
to either one of you if you can name the owner of the dog in the movie.
Oh boy.
And his not his character's name, the actor that played in the movie.
Huh. I can't even picture him.
Yeah, I can't even see him in my head.
You
Yeah.
fucking guys.
We've gone too far.
Bob Barker, is he alive? Was he playing it at that?
James Earl Jones.
You're kidding. He's in that movie?
Yeah,
I had no
he's
idea.
He's the owner of the dog.
I had no idea. Gosh, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I'm not a huge fan of that film. I saw it once when I was young, and that was it.
I'm with you. That movie, like everybody loves it. It's forgettable to me.
Yeah.
I
killing
certainly
me,
forgot he was in it.
Yeah.
You're killing me, Smalls.
You're killing me, Smalls. That's the only thing I know about it.
Yep.
All right. Will,
Okay.
which is not a core rule for handling a mogwai in Gremlins?
Okay.
Do not let it get cold.
Mm-hmm.
Do not let it get wet.
Mm-hmm.
Do not expose to bright lights.
Yep.
Do not feed after midnight.
The first one, cold. You could freeze those suckers.
Yep.
They're more delicious that way.
What? Oh, Bill, where's your statue at? Move your head.
Oh, wait.
He's around the corner.
Wow.
I didn't get the Gremlins question. I can't wait to hear what shitty question I get.
Oh, you're a big Gremlins fan, Bill?
Yeah, I think it's a great movie.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
one of
that's
the
a good
best.
one. Do you consider it a Christmas film? I don't remember what you said on the show. I think you guys
Sure.
talked about that, didn't you?
I don't even know if I said it.
You definitely.
Sometimes
said
I
it
just
was a
say stuff at the
Christmas film.
time. It seems like the right answer at the time, and then I kind of listen back and I go, I don't really believe that.
Oh, okay.
Just showbiz. Just podcast showbiz.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
Bill.
Pillow talk.
How many X-Wings were in all the Star Wars movies combined?
Bill, what is the highest grossing movie of all time?
Wow.
Avengers Endgame, Star Wars The Force Awakens, Avatar, or Titanic?
Oh, shit.
Wow. This is tough.
Yeah. I feel like it's Avengers. Because for a long time it was Titanic and Avatar. They were sort of the names I would have thought of before, but I'm pretty sure Avengers took it.
Nope.
No?
Will?
Damn. So what I got left here? Avatar and
Star Wars The Force Awakens or Titanic?
Highest grossing film of all time. Yeah, someone took Titanic out. Someone did. But I don't think it was. I think even since Avatar, I'll say Force Awakens.
Avatar is still the highest grossing
Damn.
movie of all time. I
guess it's-
forgot to write the number down, but it's not. I think Titanic might be in second.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I went with Bill. I thought it was taken out by somebody recently.
Yeah, no, it's
last
still
5 years or so.
Still up there. All right, no points on that one.
I wonder if that's with adjusted for inflation or something,
Yeah.
All right, Will.
Mhm.
How much money did the lowest grossing film of all time make?
I guess the bonus is going to be what film was it too?
Yeah. $7,890,
Okay.
$30,
Wow.
$1,743,
Hmm.
or $479.
We talked about some stinkers on the show, and I swear I could. I'm trying to think what film it even was. There was this film that we talked about that made a lot. It was like a thousand or less. It was like $1,200. So that's probably, and that wasn't the lowest, I don't think. So I'll go with what was one of the figures under that? 30 something bucks, and what was the other one?
30, 479, 789.
I'm gonna go with $30. $30, whatever that one was.
$30, sir.
Damn.
Was it Ishtar?
No. You're never gonna get this, so I'll just tell you.
Okay.
It's a movie with Tom Sizemore, and I looked this up. I don't know how the fuck this is possible. Like, how did they only make $30 on this? It's called Zyzzyx Road, Zyzzyx Road, with Tom Sizemore. An affair between an accountant and an unhappy marriage and a seductive Las Vegas beauty leads to a dangerous situation for both of them.
Wow.
You know what it probably is? It's probably one of them $9.99 rentals, and Tom Sizemore rented it 3 times.
Isn't that crazy though? Like I looked that one up. Like that was one of the ones that was really hard for me to believe, and I looked it up on multiple sources, and yeah, $30.
Yeah. It must have been in like maybe it was a real small release, like one theater or 2 theaters, and
And Tom
was against
Sizemore
something
and his
big?
wife went to see it.
It opened opposite Avatar.
All right, Bill. In the James Bond film, The Spy Who Loved Me, what kind of car was outfitted by Q to act as a submarine as well as a sports car?
Oh, wow.
God, I like that car. I had it as a Matchbox toy.
The Aston Martin, Vantage, Maserati, I don't know how to say that name. Maserati, so you know that's not the answer. Maserati Quattroporte, BMW Z8, or the Lotus Esprit.
We know it's not the answer because you mispronounced it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you mispronounced a couple names so far, and they were the answers. So I think you're trying to throw me off. I'm feeling the Lotus. I think it was the Lotus.
You are correct.
Nice.
The
Very
Lotus.
good.
All right. Will, which of these actresses' resumes include a role in the 1983 movie BMX Bandits? Nicole Kidman, Helen Hunt, Ray Dawn Chong, or Brooke Shields?
I think it was Nicole Kidman.
You're correct.
Oh, I used to have such a thing for her.
Yeah, she's really good. I just actually watched the Ricardos. Being the Ricardos, she plays Lucy.
Right.
She does a great job. Great job.
Did you know that the first baby ever on TV was on I Love Lucy?
Yeah.
Did they cover that in that
question
show?
You got right. All right, guys. Final category here.
Yeah.
Music trivia.
Uh-oh.
Bill, what musician was deported from Japan in the 1980s for possession of marijuana? David Bowie, Sting, Paul McCartney, or Slash?
Wow. I've never heard of a story of anyone getting deported for marijuana. I'm going to guess David Bowie.
Will?
Yeah, I think I remember this story. I think it was Paul McCartney.
Yep, Paul McCartney. He had, on January 16th, landing in Japan, almost a half pound of marijuana that he claimed to be personal use. I smoke pot every day. That's a lot of weed for personal use.
How long would it take to get through a half a pound?
Longer than the time that he was going to be spending in Japan. All right. Will.
Yep.
In 1998, who won the Album of the Year Grammy?
Hmm.
Shania Twain, Celine Dion, Lauryn Hill, or Bob Dylan?
Wow. 98. Okay, let's see. Wow, I have no idea. It seems like any of those. When you said Shania Twain, I thought, yeah, that's it. Oh, wait, hang on. What? Who? Oh, Album of the Year, 98. I'll say Lauryn Hill.
Bill?
98. Isn't that when Titanic was out? Isn't that when
Oh,
Celine Dion was kind of at her peak? And Shania Twain also had a moment there.
yeah.
But I am going to go with, and I don't know when she was around, but I'm feeling like Selena Gomez. I don't even know what name it is anymore. I hate being old. What's her name? Celine Dion.
Celine Dion.
You're getting closer.
Really? Whoa.
Bob Dylan.
No kidding. Oh, wow.
The album was Time Out of Mind.
I don't know.
Great album.
Really?
All right. Bill.
Okay.
Believe you're up.
Yep.
The original name of the band Green Day. Churn, No Mayo, Midnight Express, or Sweet Children?
Ugh. No idea.
Yes.
I will. I hope it's no mayo. I'm going to pick the one I want it to be. No mayo.
Yeah.
No.
Please be no mayo. No mayo. All right. I'll go with the one I don't want it to be. Sweet Children.
Sweet Children is the one.
Oh, that's weird. Ugh.
That's a dumb name. Yeah.
Very weird. No Mayo was a name. That was a band that I wanted. Like, I have no musical abilities, but if I had a band, that would be the name of the band.
That's awesome.
And I also came up midnight. I was watching old school wrestling the other day. Midnight Express is an old tag team.
Oh yeah,
And Churn, I forget where I came up with that Churn, but I
you're
just made
Amish and
those
you were
up.
doing your butter chores for the weekend.
All right, Will.
Yep.
First album to sell 1 million albums in 1 week.
Wow.
Let's see. The Backstreet Boys with Millennium, the Bodyguard soundtrack, Garth Brooks Double Live, or Britney Spears Oops, I Did It Again.
Well, we know I'm going to go with Bill's logic with talking about Titanic. We know that Bodyguard song by Whitney Houston was huge. I'll say the Bodyguard soundtrack.
You are correct, sir. It sold 1,061,000 copies in the week of January 3rd, 1993. Wow.
I think about stats like that, and you go back to how big Thriller was. So, like, whenever the answer isn't Thriller, I can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah, I was waiting for Thriller too. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. The world's first supergroup. This is for you, Bill. Okay.
Crosby, defining a supergroup.
Okay. Define a supergroup. Supergroup is a band consisting of musicians that are all in other bands. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. Cream. Cream is Eric Clapton, Ginger Baker, and Jack Bruce. Blind Faith, which is Eric Clapton, Steve Winwood, Rick Grech, and Ginger Baker. We got the Highwaymen, which is Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, and Chris Christopherson. Or the Traveling Wilburys, which was George Harrison, Tom Petty, Bob Dylan, Roy Orbison, and Jeff Lynne.
Wow.
All right. I know it's not your last three. What were your first couple? I didn't hear any Asia in there.
Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. Cream. Or Blind Faith.
Blind Faith came after Cream. Cream, I don't think Cream was a super group. I think Cream was the first time those guys were out there. Could be totally wrong. I'm going to say Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young because of Neil Young's edition. Because that was the earliest, I thought. Nope, you're shaking your head. I fucking blew it again. All
Will?
right.
Wow. Yeah, I'm going with sort of your reasoning too. That I thought like Cream. I thought Clapton came out of. Like, I don't know very much about that era of music, but that Clapton came out of Cream. He wasn't anybody till after Cream. Um, Crosby, Stills, Nash. I thought also that was sort of what put them on the map. Um, shoot, is it turning out to be Traveling Wilburys? That can't possibly be.
Nope.
I'm trying to think. There's got to be even a group before. All right, that'll be my answer. Nope. Okay, what is it?
Cream was considered the first supergroup.
Is that right?
Yep.
Huh.
So, yeah, apparently, let's see. If you look up, yeah, they all came from different bands. Like they were all in different things. They're regarded as the world's first supergroup.
Where are you getting this information?
Wikipedia.
Trickopedia. You're getting fooled. None of this sounds right.
Well, that's right. That's right, bud.
What was Eric Clapton in before?
The Yardbirds.
Oh, Yardbirds. Yeah, that's
Fucking
true.
moron.
Casey, give me two other guitar players who played in the Yardbirds.
That one and that one.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Jimmy Page?
Steven Stills in the Yardbirds?
I don't think so. Jeff Beck's, Jimmy Page. Yardbirds is a big deal. That I don't know a lot about the Yardbirds though.
The Yardbirds sound like a supergroup.
Yeah.
But I guess like what you're saying is that was their first gig, and then
Yeah, they left it and sort of became big in other bands as well.
All right, Will. Final question.
Okay.
First CD to sell 1 million copies.
Thriller.
Billy Joel with 52nd Street. Dire Straits with Brother in Arms.
Wow.
ABBA with Visitors, or REM with Out of Time.
I love Billy Joel, but I don't think that one's it. I'm not a huge REM fan. My wife is though, but I still can't imagine that. I'm gonna say ABBA.
No. Bill?
Man, I don't know. I remember my first CDs. Like when they came out, I got a CD player for Christmas. My first CD was Razor's Edge with AC/DC and the Poison album that was out that year. So it's like 1991 around that time. So now I'm going to try to use that information to pick and it didn't help me at all. I have no clue.
Dire Straits, million copies. First CD was Billy Joel though. What was that? What was that CD called?
52nd Street.
Yeah, 52nd Street. That was the first CD ever. I'm not even going to add all this up. You can see that Will's column is much longer.
Yeah. I was bested.
You were bested.
But I'm bested by the best. So,
and I'm thinking something about a blind squirrel getting a nut, or a broken clock, or something like that. So I'm not usually great at trivia, but it was fun.
Yeah, this was great. Thank you so much for putting it together, Casey, and thank you, Will, so much for joining us.
Yeah, I tried to make it a little bit of a learning experience too for everyone. You know, a lot of firsts and different things that a lot of people might not know. So
much appreciated. Good job.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. It was an absolute pleasure, and I look forward to having Bill on our show at some point in the future. We're working that out.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yes, Bill. Will, would you like to plugs where everyone can find you?
Yeah, you can find us wherever you listen to Deluxe Edition. So my podcast is called 1980s. Now, unlike the boys on this show, we just hone in on stuff that happened during the 1980s, but similar to Deluxe Edition, we also talk to various folks, including celebrities from the era that we love.
Yeah, you guys do a great job. You ask good questions. You know, I always get nervous when I see people interviewing celebrities, and it's like, so what was it like to work on that movie? Because they've heard that question a billion times, So
I always think of that Chris Farley bit on Saturday Night Live, He's like, so you were in that movie? What was that like? If we could avoid that, we'll be in good shape.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Well, thank you so much. Any other plugs, Casey, or is it time to wrap it up? Because we're getting very close to my bedtime.
Yeah, it's time to wrap up. Just follow us anywhere you can. Listen to podcasts, YouTube. We're on Facebook. Sponsors, Bear Claw Kitchen, which the ad will be in there. And then also check out theden.show, all of our other great shows. And Horsing Around is the podcast of the month for January. They only come out on the 15th of every month, so you have plenty of time to catch up on all of their other shows before the 15th. So check them out.